Hi again, friends. Today we're going to do another eye analysis, iris analysis for my friend Carol out of Rossville, Tennessee. When you guys send in your irises, please send in your medical history. I mean, there's a lot I can tell, but if you give me your medical history along with your irises, then I can help you understand how you got to where you're at. There's a lot I can see, but if you send it in letter form, then I can probably help you more. Help you to understand what's going on. So send me your irises to my email. It'll be in the notes below this video. Also a link to my website and a link to my Wellevate account and my FullScript account. Wellevate is what I usually use, but FullScript also has some things sometimes that I can't get at Wellevate. So if Wellevate doesn't have a product, then I'll send you to FullScript, and sometimes they have it. So Wellevate has more of the product lines that I like, and if you go to my Wellevate account and create an account under me, you'll always save 10%, and you'll be able to look at my protocols and why I've chosen certain supplements for certain things. And all my favorites, I have a list of favorites, the favorite brands. They're all either organic, consciously cultivated, or wildcrafted. So you're going to get good quality. Okay, I try to do my best to not make it too expensive for you because I know it's hard. You want to start with your basic 4. We're gonna hit the digestion, your ability to assimilate, to use, and to excrete. So we're gonna be hitting the liver and the gallbladder and the pancreas. Okay, your digestion. We'll hit hormones because your hormones are your commanders, basically. Okay, so you have a pituitary and a hypothalamus in the brain. It's called the HP axis, and that sends out signals to your thyroid, to your adrenal glands, to your testicles, to your ovaries, and all those things, and it tells them when and what to do. Okay, so when you need to lay down or make new hormones, and when you've had enough. So when that isn't functioning right, then your hormones are not going to function right. So we have that. You have to be able to excrete it. Okay, you have to be able to detoxify and get it out. And so you have to be able to metabolize your nutrients. So we're talking about digestion. We're talking about utilization, which is your adrenal glands. We're talking about metabolizing and getting it out of you. So always remember that the body is made up of all kinds of different cells, whether it be your pancreas, your liver, your skin, your bone, all those, your uterus. It's all cells, just different kinds of cells. Your blood is your kitchen. It feeds it. Okay, your lymphatic system is like your garbage disposal. Okay, it takes it out and takes it through the kidneys, and you excrete all those acids out there. So you have cells and 2 fluids. One is your kitchen and one is your sewer system. Okay, and your lymphatic ducts, your lymph glands. Your lymph glands, you could think of them as your septic tanks. Okay, so everything gets stored in these septic tanks, and you have bacteria, which is why you don't want to take a lot of antibiotics, because antibiotics destroy the bacteria that goes in there and eats away. So you have white macrophages. That's part of your immune system. Your lymphatic system is a very big part of your immune system. It sends in those macrophages and your body's bacteria that goes in to clean up all that stuff. So if you have an overgrowth of any kind of bacteria, whether it be a parasite, a bacteria, a fungus, that's all sent in because you have too much stuff for it to eat on, and it's feeding off of that. So the way to combat that is to change your diet and clean that all out. Okay, so anyway, those are the things you always want to remember, that you have all kinds of cells, about anywhere from 75 to 100 trillion cells in your body. It depends on who you're talking to and what year it is, because they're always finding new things, right? So you have all these cells, and every cell has to have energy, so it needs food. And then when it creates energy, just like a car, it has exhaust. So that exhaust has to go somewhere. It doesn't go to the blood, because the blood has got to be a certain pH. It has to be right around 7.3, 7.4. If you become acidic there, you will die. So your body's going to fight that, and it's going to keep you alive. So you'll always, it'll steal from your calcium to keep that blood alkaline. So your blood will feed, is the kitchen, it feeds, and then all that debris from the cells making energy and doing all the things it needs to do, that exhaust goes out into the interstitial tissue. That means the tissues between the cells, ends up going into your lymphatic system, and it gets either stored there or it is removed. We want it to be removed. You don't want it to be stored there forever, because it becomes nodules. Those nodules become hardened. The worse off it gets, the more destructive it gets, because those are acids and they eat away. So today we're going to be looking at my friend's eyes, and let me bring it up here. Every time I try to print one, it doesn't look as good. So here's what it looks like when I print it. So I'm going to turn the eye around for you. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better. And we'll look at this eye. This is going to be a right eye, and it probably looks different. It looks different to you because I've got it turned around, but it is a right eye. Now the first thing I notice in this eye is, if you notice over in the white area, which is your scleras, I don't evaluate this scleras, but I do know that when you start getting these dark spots in there, that's not a good sign. Okay, that means either pancreas or liver congestion. Okay, so I would say probably, since this is a right eye, it's probably liver congestion. Okay, because your pancreas is more, but I can't say for sure. I do know, and we will go over this, is that you do have a lot of pancreas spots that are darkened. Now when we're looking at the eyes, since this is a brown eye, you really can't tell, you cannot see any of the fibers in the eye. Okay, I cannot see any fibers. I am seeing radar solaris, that's what that's called, but a fiber, basically what is happening is there's so much buildup that I can't see any fibers. Now brown eyes are generally a lot harder to see, but I should be able to see some fibers. There are some, I have seen some brown eyes where I can see some fibers. So I'm thinking you have a lot of congestion. Now this line right here, and this picture was taken a little bit at an angle. So I believe this is going to be actually your 12 o'clock because of the angle that it's taken, and that is your So, well, first of all, let's talk about right here. All the way around here is your digestion. Just think about your intestines, your stomach, and all that. And if you can see all those little pockets, all those pockets there are pockets in your digestive system. And the darker the pocket, the deeper the crevice, the more destruction there is. And when you look at this, this is called a radar solaris, like I was saying, and look how dark and deep it is. Now that goes right up into the brain. That goes into the pituitary hypothalamus area. And it's going it's way deep, way up in there, okay? So you've got quite a few here. These two are your neck and right ear. Neck and right ear area right here. See how dark those are? Let's see, what else do I have? You've got all your pancreas spots right here, here. There's 4 pancreas spots in each eye. They're all dark. So I'm assuming that this is related to your pancreas. Okay, that needs a lot of support. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, you have some adrenal. I have to look at it backwards because so over here, even though it looks backwards to you guys because I'm pointing this picture backwards to you, here is your adrenal area. And if you look, all this is kidney, the white. So that means there's acids there. Okay, the whiteness is acid buildup. And that's called acute. When you see it like that, it's acute. That can be cleared up really quickly. Okay. You have acute, then you have subacute when it begins to turn more of a grayish color. Now, the darker it gets, not like this is chronic or past chronic, it's destructive actually. You have the chronic and so are these, okay? Chronic would be in between the gray and the very dark. So you have deterioration there, all right? So we want to clean up and get your kidneys going, get those acids out of the kidneys and the bladder. And I know that you told me that you're missing a kidney, but both sides actually, let me see, look at the other one here. Well, you've got some marks there. Whoops, darn it. All right, let me get it back for you. Okay. Anyway, you've got some marks here that look like they're in, see that? All those little holes and stuff right in there. That would be your, I'm looking at the bladder and the vaginal area. Okay, bladder, vaginal. Okay. And then you've got this cholesterol ring all the way around, and that's not good, okay? We have to get the liver and the gallbladder cleaning and being able to break that down. The gallbladder is actually connected to your lymphatic system because the lymphatic system is a cholesterol-based system, and the gallbladder breaks down, uses the bile to break down fats and things. So when you see it heavy like that, that means there's some plaquing, okay? So that's not good. And that goes all the way around. And then you've got, see that white thing right there? That is your myelin sheath on your nervous system, okay? That means the myelin sheath is breaking down. So we got that. Let's see, let's look at the other eye. Let me get the other eye open for you. And then after we look at this other eye, we'll decide, I'll talk to you about how to do this, how to take care of it. So where's the right eye? Here's the left eye. So basically, we're seeing almost the same things. left eye. Yeah, uterus, bladder area again, right in here. You see those radar solaris still going up into the brain area. Let's see if I have anything different here in the left eye. Oh, your heart area is also, okay? So what I'm seeing is, especially in this other eye, you can see that you've got the pockets in the, I think it shows over here. You've got pockets in the digestive area, and it's putting pressure on the heart, and that could very well be causing high blood pressure. Now, high blood pressure can be caused by a lot of things, but you need to get your gut cleaned out and get all that pressure taken off the heart, so that the pushing and the energy pressure isn't putting pressure on the heart there. Okay, so let's see what else I have here. Oh yeah, your forehead and the sinus areas, right in here, forehead, sinuses. Probably having some, and you got some adrenal issues on this side. Right, I believe right there, adrenal issues. So the thing that we need to do is, first of all, you got to remember what kind of foods cause congestion. So any of your acid-based foods, things that are producing acids in your system, your proteins, cooked foods. So the main thing is to get off the cooked foods and the high protein. All right, start eating a living food diet, okay? And mostly fruits. And the reason we do that, right, is because fruits are astringent. They will begin to clean your walls. And they break down easily. So when you have so much congestion around your bowels like that, you're not going to be absorbing your nutrients. So you have to get that out of there. You're probably going to, in the process, lose quite a bit of weight, because as you're eating, you're changing your diet, and you're trying to clean all that out, you're not absorbing your nutrients. So you will lose weight. Once you get all that lining of your gut cleared out, those radar solarises will begin to resolve and heal. So we need to get that cleaned out. We need to support your pancreas. We need to support that adrenal gland, the adrenal glands and the kidneys, so that they can, I know you said you had one kidney removed because of cysts. Now, what are cysts? How do cysts form? Cyst forms because the interstitial tissue is too acidic. So you've had this issue for quite some time. Taking out a kidney to correct that doesn't correct the problem, because it doesn't correct why it got there in the first place. So you have to reverse that. So how do we get acids that cause cysts out? You have to reverse that, and that is to start eating the alkaline-based diet, the fresh fruits and vegetables. Now, depending on how fast you want to move on this, I'm not told that you have anything that's life-threatening, okay? And I can't tell that by the eyes. I can just tell where you need support. I can't tell what is, I can tell the amount of damage, but I can't tell if it's a life-threatening thing, which I don't believe it is, but I'm not the judge of that. But so you have to reverse that, and that is to eat your living foods, the foods that are alkalizing. And your fruits are your most alkalizing and the most energetic, okay? They're the most astringent. They're the ones that help you take all that stuff from around the cells and lubricate you and take it into the lymphatic system to drain it out. Your vegetables, living vegetables like salads and things like that, they're they're alkalizing, but they don't have a lot of energetic properties to them, about half as much as what fruits have. So you can do that. Anybody who has a life-threatening, you know, if you've been told by the doctors you only have so much time to live, or, you know, if you're bedridden from pain, or you have degenerative bones and you can't walk or whatever, then I would say go full board, 100% fruit. You probably would want to do a grape diet or just a juice diet, and take all kinds of herbs and things. If you're not quite so bad off, you can decide. I mean, you can dig in there and get it over with. You will have some detoxification symptoms. Remember that detoxification symptoms does not mean that it's a bad reaction. It means that your body is doing its job to get things out. So you'll have a cold and a flu. You might have some aches and pains. You're going to go in reverse order of the issues that you've had that got you to this point. So if you had, let's just say you had back problems or back pain, and now you're not feeling that back pain. Well, it's probably because your body has basically pushed the symptoms underground, has gone somewhere else. So as you begin to get rid of these things, okay, those symptoms will begin to resurface in a backwards motion, but you won't have them as long. You'll go through them and then you'll get past it, and then you go back and you just keep going backwards in time. So like I was saying, we need to get that gut cleaned out. Okay, I would definitely support the pancreas. I would get on the good fiber that I have. I'll send you protocol for that. The Wise Woman Herbals fiber, it's got herbs in it that help absorb. It's got the charcoal, it's got the psyllium in it, and it's also got some soothing herbs to help with the lining of the gut. So I would do that 2 to 3 times a day on empty stomach with water or with juice. Okay, juice, not pasteurized juice. It would have to be cold pressed and raw. Okay, no pasteurized juices, either fresh fruit or fresh squeezed. You can buy, there are brands that you can buy that are cold pressed organic. Okay, so those are okay. So you want to clean that out. We want to support your pancreas and your liver. Okay, your liver is a manufacturing plant. It is involved into some detoxification. Your main detoxification is through the lymph and the kidneys, though. Okay, so we want to support that. We want to support your kidneys. Make sure you need to pee in a jar and see if you are getting any residue. So pee in a jar. Check that after 48 hours. And I recommend you doing the first urine of the morning. Pee in the jar. Check and see if your kidneys are filtering. If they're not filtering, then you really need to hit those hard. Okay, or I know you only have one. So you really need to take care of your one kidney. All right, because it's got to do all the job. And I'm surprised, honestly, that you don't have one side that's all swollen all the time. Maybe you do. Anyway, okay, so we're going to clean out your gut. You got to change your diet. You're going to use some fiber. And we want to use some herbs to help pull that out. All right. We're going to support your pancreas. We need to support the hypothalamus and the pituitary, that line that went straight up from your gut into the brain. Okay. We'll put you on some bile salts because of that cholesterol ring, and some liver aid. So I think the Fab 4 for the women would be a really good one for you, along with the fiber and a pituitary hypothalamus combination that supplement that we have, or that Willivate has. And I'll recommend those to you. Now you're going to want to take those for a month. We'll put you on those for about a month, and then we'll wean you off for a little while, and then we'll see how that looks. Okay, we'll keep going back and forth. And you take a look in your eyes. You can see, if you look in your eyes, you can, even without a light, you can go into the bathroom and get really close, and you can see the top of your iris and that ring there. You want to see that line disappear. That means your gut is full of congestion, and that goes right up into your brain. That's your transverse colon. The transverse colon is connected to the brain in the fetus as it's developing. So, well, the whole digestion starts. So all those little radar things and those pockets that are all around your digestion are going into the different parts of your bodies, and it's affecting that. But mainly we definitely want to get rid of all that stuff in the transverse colon, because it's connected. It goes all the way up. Support your kidneys. And so we got the Fab4, which is going to have liver support and pancreas support in it. We want to add the bile salts. We're going to give you some fiber. We've got some hormone help with the digestion and the adrenal glands, because the adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys, and they're involved in your neurotransmitters, they're involved in your blood pressure, they're involved in metabolizing all your foods and using them as energy. So they're very important. Hopefully you have both those. If you don't, you really have to take care of your kidneys, and your adrenal gland that you have, okay? So we're going to support those. So we've got your hormones, we've got your digestion, we've got your assimilation, and then your lymphatic. So I'm going to suggest a lymphatic combination too. That's also in the Fab4. So you got the Fab4 for the women, okay? And then we're going to add the pituitary hypothalamus and the fiber. Okay, so hope you understood all that, and you have a great day.